Nashville people, I need your help to spread a message. What you're looking at right here is the corner of Nolensville Road and Harding Place. And if you're in Nashville, you probably know this area, but it is a hot spot lately. I need you to help share the word, tag people if you know anyone, because ICE raids are happening at that location on the regular. You can see from the post here, they've done it once. Logic says they'll hit the same area again. The intersection where Harding Place meets Nolensville Pike. Avoid that entire area, especially at night. Homeland Security will disappear you. So this person says, I know this is my third, fourth, or fifth post about it, but this could save lives. Warning people where ICE is. Cops, FBI, pardoned insurrectionists now work for DHS, and this is where they will be. If you are part of the Hispanic community, avoid this area. Do not go out at night. Do not take your children with you, because ICE is heavily in this area and they're pulling people over for whatever they can. And if they pull you over and they think you don't belong here, they will detain you and you will be removed from the state. Spread this message. Let people know. Avoid this area. Once again, if you're in the Hispanic community, spread the word. Avoid this, especially at night. Do not go in this area because it is bad right now here in Nashville. They've detained the first night over 100 people, and the raids will continue because that's what they're going to do. They're going to deport anyone that isn't white, and if they see in this area, they're coming for it.
We is VishusTv, Raw Vicious Network. We are VishusTv. We are VishusTv. Yo, welcome everybody. This is Dice Game G coming back here for another commercial, another break, you know what I'm saying, another ad, you know what I'm saying. This is 2025. We doing it live, you know what I'm saying. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. We are VishusTv. Subscribe to our Rumble channel. We are VishusTv. Also, go to Big Shoot, Dice Game 615. We are VishusTv. We done crossed 1,000 subscribers. Yes, we doing it live and lit in the 2025. Please show us some love. Me and Dickie Jr., we want to go on and live stream on, YouTube. We only got 36 subscribers. Please go to YouTube and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button after you view one of them videos, or, you know what I'm saying, them shorts. I'm telling them shorts be live and lit. You know what I'm saying? We doing it big here, you know what I'm saying, on Raw Vicious Network. That's what we're gonna be changing to, and I hope I see and hear from everybody. Make sure you hit that comment. Please hit that comment. We want to hear from you. Please, you know what I'm saying, join us on Telegram as well as We Are VishusTv and Dickie and Dice Game Show. We doing it big, yo, you know what I'm saying, and get ready, all the truth is gonna be revealed.
Trust. I'm so turned up. Murfreesboro nigga, baddest grilla, earn bucks. I'm a gorilla, I kill you for my turn, cuz I hop up in that Chevy riding heavy burn.
Now back to our presentation.
Grand Rising, everybody. This is Dice Game G coming back here on the We Are VishusTv. I'm outside right now. It's beautiful. I mean, it's a beautiful day. You know what I mean? This video I'm taking on ISIS. ICE been going up everywhere, picking up these illegal migrants. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about radical migrants. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers that comes in this country and trying to tear down our country. And we've been seeing them right here on our interstates, and they've been roving around and trying to catch all these foreigners. Because I found out we have a lot of, illegal foreigners. See, I'm here in Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee. You know what I mean? So, we hearing about, jobs have been hiring a lot of illegals. You know what I mean? And the ICE team is rounding up. And now we in Tennessee, and now we're going to probably see a lot of migrants get rounded up, And don't get it twisted, you know what I'm saying? I'm not against, people come to our country. You know what I mean? I believe they should come in the right way. Same way, like if we go into their country, we have to pay to get in there. We have to, know their language. We have to really, be a part of their population, and we show respect, But I know a lot of them come over here, you know, they want to live free off our dollar, you know, because they figure Americans are lazy and spoiled. But when you get over here, spend some time over here, you see that we ain't so much lazy. You know what I mean? We pay for everything. You know what I mean? So now, you know, we seeing the ICE, you know, roaming around, picking up a lot of people, you know, and I've been seeing a lot of movement here in Tennessee. So what about you? You know what I'm saying? Where you from? You know, put your comments down in the comment box and let me know, have you been seeing ICE team flowing around in your city? Because now I'm seeing them, they on the interstate heavily, and they've been stopping a lot of people, and I've been seeing they've been cuffing a lot of migrants too, you know, illegal migrants that came over here. So, you know, I'm wanting to know if they're going to really start, you know, going into these jobs and stuff and trying to, you know, pick them up, because I know there's a lot of jobs now been hiring a lot of migrants. And I just want to say, some of these companies was told not to hire no more Americans, hire all these illegals, you know. So, but we gonna see how it gonna come, how the outcome gonna be with the ICE and these illegal migrants, you know. And I'm telling the ones who out there, if you're a family, you got a family over here, and you want to stay here, you should have been doing it the right way, going to our customers and start paying that moolah.
It's almost 1 a.m. here, but I'm out here between Union Pike and Murfreesboro Pike in my oversight capacity as a lawmaker after hearing reports of ICE and Tennessee Highway Patrol stopping people, making traffic stops in my district. And within 20 minutes, I've observed 3 stops, and I got out my car to record and document what was happening. Ultimately, the 3rd stop, the gentleman was stopped for having a broken taillight and not having documentation on him, and so he was taken out of his car, arrested. They searched the vehicle, nothing was found, and they didn't also have a warrant or ask permission to do that. So what we're seeing is horrifying. It's unconstitutional, and our state should be ashamed that these Gestapo tactics are happening in our community. And so we'll be sharing this documentation with the commissioner tomorrow and trying to get some answers. Trooper, sir?
Yeah.
What is your last name?
What's that?
What's your last name?
Trooper Phillips.
Okay, what was the initial reason for the stop?
She had the headlight out.
So, and that warranted ICE being called?
What's that?
That warranted ICE being called because of a headlight out?
No.
How did they end up showing up, sir?
They're with me.
Oh, okay. They show up anytime you stop somebody.
Yes.
Okay.
Sir, this is. Can we approach now? I think someone just needs to explain. I think she's kind of in panic. We're gonna approach her so y'all can go on somewhere. Sir, can you identify yourself? No? Okay. Can't identify yourself. We're not interfering, we're documenting it. You don't see me.
A number of undocumented immigrants have been arrested following an ICE raid in the Nashville, Tennessee area. Pro-immigrant organizations report that on Saturday night, ICE agents and the Tennessee Highway Patrol detained several drivers in the metropolitan area. Witnesses say they even took mothers with young children and Uber drivers, leaving children alone inside their cars. The operation was reportedly part of a coordinated and covert raid. Some detainees were transported on a bus that left the ICE offices in Nashville on Sunday afternoon. Lawyers and activists claim people are being held in close quarters without access to legal representation, and Councilman Sean Parker denounced inhumane conditions. Nashville police denied direct involvement, although local officers were seen entering and leaving ICE offices during the protests. The mayor's office called the operation unnecessary and harmful, while state leaders assert that such raids only sow fear without improvement.
People are distraught. I think their whole life is broken.
She describes feeling anguish and despair, trying to find out if he's okay.
This couple spent all their savings. They crossed jungles and crossed Mexico, waited 6 months to come here legally, and now everything is taken. Their American dream is taken from them, even though they said they're doing it the right way.
My husband is not a bad person, says Yali. And it hurts that immigrants are being stereotyped. She plans to sell their car in hopes of hiring an attorney as Yali explores every possible avenue to help her husband. On Sunday around 5 a.m., she discovered her husband, Leogin Romero, was missing. It wasn't until she saw a social media post about ICE activity that she saw him being arrested. She says he was stopped after leaving his 12-hour shift at Walmart around 1 a.m. Yali says he was carrying a valid temporary license with him. She shows me her husband's work permit and his asylum paperwork showing his court date in March of 2027 to plead their case. We're doing everything right to have a better life and help our families in Venezuela, says Yali.
People are devastated. They want to know where their loved ones are. They're up in the air. They keep calling ICE hotline and no one is answering.
Guys, by now you heard about the ICE race. It's been happening in Nashville, Tennessee. Been going on for about a week now, and Tennessee is not playing, guys. The governor and all these local governments, they are actively working with Homeland Security, ICE, and all of them to get people out of here. I'm gonna tell you how far Tennessee is going. For some schools, and I don't know how many schools they're doing this to, but they're making a law that the parents, to get a kid enrolled in school next year, you have to provide information that's saying that you're a citizen. I don't know if it's going to be your birth certificates, social security cards, but you got to prove you're a citizen. So you know Tennessee ain't playing. So if you in Tennessee and your papers ain't right, man, you might want to get on down. And I'm not saying that in a joking manner. I mean, I wouldn't let somebody disrupt my entire life, possibly send me to damn Cuba or Guantanamo Bay. You know, not Guantanamo Bay, but yeah, that one, and also El Salvador, and I ain't even from there. You know, so seriously, guys, y'all may need to take a look at this, because Tennessee, again, the governor, the local governments, they are actively working with the federal government. I wouldn't even be surprised if they've let them have records of where people live at and different driving license and all this kind of stuff to know where people at, because they gather up that many people that quick. This was a major sting in Tennessee, a major sting. I wouldn't be surprised if they hit Jackson, Tennessee, or Memphis next. It's a high population of people down there from what I see that possibly don't have their paperwork right. But anyway, guys, y'all stay with us.
Yes, what's everybody doing? You know, I'm still trying to finish this video because we saying the ICE agents are here in Nashville, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? And Murfreesboro, Tennessee. They've been on the highways. You know what I mean? So all my people that, you know, is foreigners that don't have no documentation saying that you belong in this country. Be careful, yo. You know what I mean? Because what was told to me, they're gonna be doing it 24/7. They're gonna be out and gonna be trying to track down a lot of people undocumented. You know, me and my brother at work was just talking about this, because we got a whole lot of undocumented, you know, foreigners, you know. And I'm gonna put it like this, and a lot of them good. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them families, you know, and you know, I made, you know, good relationship with some of them. But if you over here, you don't have the documents to prove that you belong over here, you know, they gonna round you up. You know, I don't know how, you know, how we gonna see this, how they gonna do this, especially at my job. You know, there's a lot of them, you know, and like I said, there's a lot of good ones, there's a lot of good people. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it twisted, but y'all knew this day was coming. Donald Trump put it out. He laid it out. I done talked to a few people, you know, before, you know, Donald Trump got sworn in. I was telling them, if you got any type of money, you've been saving money, please go in there and trying to see if y'all can get y'all visa or documentation so you can be here. You know, if not, I don't know how this is going to fly if you still being here, working here, or being in this country. I was telling them this, you know what I'm saying, warning people, you know what I'm saying, warning them. You know, we got a lot of Venezuelans too that works over there with us, and they undocumented. And it's a couple, you know, I made good friends with. They are cool. They some hell of a workers. They work their ass off, you know, and I'm just saying, you know, I was one of them. You know what I'm saying? I was telling you, look, y'all good people, and we would love to have y'all over here, but Donald Trump put this stipulation in, put this executive order over here. You know, if you over here legally, they're gonna come and get you. You know what I mean? and I got a video to play. You know, a little clip showed that they was, you know, they was rounding a girl up to take her on, and I mean, it's heartbreaking to see the family's been broken up like this. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I mean, only thing we can do is, you know, send our love to them and wish the best for them. You know what I mean? But you knew the rules. You know what I mean? Same rules apply to us. You know what I'm saying? If we was somewhere where we didn't need to be and we didn't have documentation, they would, you know, they would come and get us too. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? But I'm with Donald Trump. You know, all these radical and radical migrants and illegal immigrants is over here is trying to fuck up America. Y'all need to go. That is simple as that. You know what I mean? So I'm just doing this one and share this video long and wide. You know what I mean? If you stay in the Nashville area, you stay in the Murfreesboro area, you stay in the Smyrna area, you stay in Memphis, Tennessee, be prepared to be raided. You know what I'm saying? Any foreigners, any, you know, Venezuelans, any Guatemalans listening to this, please have your documentation because they not playing. You know what I'm saying? I got my intel in. They gonna be working night and day trying to round up people. You know what I mean? And I'm making good friends with people that give me, you know, vital information. You know what I mean? And they telling me it's not looking good for the foreigners. You know what I'm saying? So share this long and wide. I'm Dice Game D here on We Are VishusTv. This is the Dice Game Experience here on Telegram. Make sure, you know what I'm saying, become members, you know what I mean? And we're going to keep y'all up with the latest news with the ICE team and all these roundups that's going on here in Nashville, Tennessee and Murfreesboro, Tennessee. You know what I mean? Because they're on the freeways, they on the highways, they in town. I've been seeing a lot of ICE teams flowing around and they trying to, you know what I'm saying, round up people. So I'm just saying, all y'all legal migrants, all y'all foreigners, you know what I mean? If you ain't got documentation, you know what I'm saying, you need to hide low, stay low. You know what I mean? You know, if you've been saving up money, I'm telling you, do what you can. If you want to stay here, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, if you got the money, if you trying to, come in the right way, I'm sure they here to work with you. You know what I mean? And please don't try to fight them. Don't try to shoot at them. Don't try to be. I'm telling you, because they looking to, you know, in people's lives. You know what I mean? Because this is very serious. You know what I mean? Because we got, you know, it's a lot of, you know, good people that came in here, and you don't want to be a part of that. You don't want to be, you know, shot down because, you know, you don't want to go back. I'm just saying. I love y'all. Y'all be safe out there.
This is what you're doing?